The boy must die. That's not a curse or a call for destruction. It's the beginning of everything real. Listen closely, because this truth will cut deeper than any sword. The boy is everything soft, everything untested. He clings to comfort, to illusion, to the safety of what he thinks he knows. But the man, he is forged in fire, tempered by struggle. The boy's death is the shedding of childish illusions, the breaking of weakness that hides behind excuses and fears. It's not about ending life, but about ending what holds you back. To become a man is to step into the unknown with steady feet and a sharp mind. It means facing reality with unblinking eyes, knowing that nothing is handed over freely. If you want to grow, the boy inside you must be willing to die. Only then can the man be born. That boy inside you wants safety, wants to be liked, wants to stay small. But the man knows safety is an illusion, and being liked is a luxury for the weak. The man knows the path is lonely, because strength doesn't come from crowds. It comes from silence, discipline, and pain. You must kill that boy's voice telling you to stop, to wait, to hide. The man listens to a different call. The call of duty, honor, and relentless action. The boy fears failure, but the man embraces it because he knows every fall is a lesson in disguise. The boy lives in yesterday and tomorrow, but the man lives in this moment, sharp and ready. This transformation is brutal, but it is necessary. You have to understand that the death of the boy is not some grand ceremony. It is quiet. It is daily. It is waking up and choosing discipline when every part of you screams comfort. It is choosing truth over the lies you tell yourself just to feel better. It is waking up with fire in your chest and putting one foot in front of the other when nothing inside feels strong enough. The boy holds on to dreams as if they're gifts, but the man turns dreams into plans and then into action. The boy seeks applause. The man seeks mastery. The boy hides his face from hardship. The man meets it head-on with eyes wide open. The death of the boy is the surrender of weakness to something greater. The birth of the man is the rising of power tempered by wisdom. This transformation is not quick. It's not a switch flipped overnight. The boy fights to stay alive because his life is comfortable, easy, and familiar. But the man's life is forged in battle. It is earned by sweat, pain, and endless repetition. You must be patient with the process, but ruthless with yourself. You must embrace discomfort like an old friend, because comfort is the grave of growth. The boy clings to comfort, but the man crushes it beneath his feet. The man understands that greatness requires sacrifice. He sacrifices his time, his distractions, his excuses. He sacrifices the easy path for the right path. Every day the boy dies a little more, and the man grows stronger. This is the way of the warrior. Death to weakness, birth to strength. Now hear me clearly. The boy's death is a surrender, but it is not defeat. It is victory. It is a necessary ending for a powerful beginning. The man who rises is not without fear or doubt, but he moves forward despite them. He does not wait for permission or signs. He does not ask for validation. He commands his life with an unshakable will. The boy clings to what's safe and familiar, but the man walks into the unknown, with his sword drawn and his mind clear. The boy dreams of success. The man builds it with his own hands. This is the path of true strength. It is lonely, it is difficult, but it is the only path worth walking. The boy must die. The man will be born. This is your choice. Will you cling to childish fears, or will you step into the fire and forge yourself anew? Will you hide behind excuses, or wield your will like a blade? The boy whispers lies to keep you small. The man speaks the hard truth that frees you. Listen to the man. Kill the boy inside you every day. Let the weak illusions fall away like dead leaves. Rise from the ashes of who you were and become the man you were meant to be. The battle is not against the world, it is against yourself. Win that battle, and nothing can stop you. The moment you decide the boy inside must die, you begin a war, not with others, but within yourself. It is a war waged in silence where every thought, every action, every breath is a battlefield. The boy wants ease, the man demands struggle. The boy seeks approval, the man demands truth. The boy clings to hope without action. The man moves regardless of hope or fear. Understand this. Hope is a weak thing, a shadow that fades when the sun of action rises. The man doesn't wait for hope. He creates his own reality with iron will and tireless effort. The boy lives in stories he tells himself. The man lives in what he builds. You cannot have both. To rise, the boy must fall. The boy's death is not just about leaving behind childish ways. It is about tearing away the veil of illusion that keeps you from seeing yourself clearly. The boy sees the world through a lens of wishful thinking and excuses. The man looks through clear glass, no matter how harsh the view. When the boy sees failure, he shrinks away, blaming fate or others. When the man sees failure, he studies it, learns from it, and uses it as fuel. The boy hides from pain, but the man embraces it because he knows pain is the sculptor of strength. You must refuse to be the boy who runs from pain and instead become the man who seeks the lessons it offers. That is the difference between fleeting boyhood and lasting manhood. You will be tempted to retreat, to soften the blow of your own transformation. The boy cries for comfort, for safety, for escape. The man answers with discipline, with endurance, with confrontation. The boy wants to believe in miracles. The man believes only in his own hands. The boy wants quick fixes. The man accepts the slow grind of mastery. There is no shortcut to becoming a man. It is the long road marked by sacrifice and relentless commitment. Every day, the boy dies a little more. When you push through exhaustion, when you choose integrity over convenience, when you face your fears head-on without flinching. This is how the man is born. Through repeated acts of courage, humility, and unwavering resolve. Do not mistake the death of the boy for a loss of joy or spirit. The man is not hollow or hardened beyond feeling. The man's strength comes from clarity and control, not from numbness. He feels deeply, but he does not allow feelings to control him. The boy is driven by emotion and impulse. The man is guided by purpose and reason. The boy acts on whim and distraction. The man moves with intention and focus. This is the difference between chaos and order, between weakness and strength. To become a man, you must kill the boy who lets emotions run wild, and instead cultivate a mind as sharp and still as a blade, waiting for its moment. When the boy dies, illusions die with him. The illusion that life owes you something, that success comes without sacrifice, that pain can be avoided, that fear can be ignored. The man sees the world as it is, a place of harsh truths and endless challenges, but he does not despair. He finds freedom in reality because freedom lies in mastery over self, not in escaping what is. The boy is trapped in a prison of his own making, made of lies, excuses, and weakness. The man breaks free by smashing through those walls, brick by brick. This freedom is hard won and requires a warrior's heart. Are you ready to fight for it? Are you ready to let the boy inside die so the man can be born? This is your destiny, and no one will hand it to you. You must seize it. The boy may scream, may plead, may try to hide in old comforts, but the man stands firm. The man knows that comfort is a cage and safety a mirage. The man is willing to endure loneliness, pain, and sacrifice because he sees beyond the moment to the life he can build. The boy clings to the past and fears the future, but the man lives fully in the present, accepting all it brings. The boy holds on to excuses like a child with a security blanket, but the man throws those excuses into the fire and walks forward. This is the birth of the warrior, the craftsman of life itself. The boy must die. The man will be born, not by chance, but by choice. Will you choose? The death of the boy is not a moment of defeat. It is a moment of awakening. It is when you stop living beneath your potential and start claiming what is rightfully yours. Mastery over yourself and your fate. The boy clings to identity based on others' approval and fleeting pleasures. The man carves his own identity from stone, unyielding to the opinions of the crowd or the fleeting winds of emotion. To become that man, you must accept one truth above all. No one else will carry your burdens or fight your battles. The boy waits for rescue. The man stands alone, sword in hand, ready for whatever comes. This solitude is not loneliness, but power. A sacred space where strength is born and sharpened. You will face moments when the boy inside you begs for mercy, when the road feels too long, when failure tastes bitter, when fear screams louder than courage. These are the moments that define you. The boy retreats, the man advances. The boy hides behind distractions, the man focuses like a hawk hunting its prey. You must train your mind like a blade, honed with discipline and sharpened with pain. The man does not ask for easy answers or quick relief. He accepts the grind because he knows that only through relentless effort does greatness rise. You are either dying to your weakness or dying to your strength. There is no middle ground. The boy is soft because he does not yet understand the weight of life. The man is strong because he has carried that weight, sometimes faltering, sometimes stumbling, but never falling completely. Strength is not born from victory, but from the courage to rise again after every fall. The boy fears failure because he thinks it defines him. The man understands that failure is a teacher, a necessary companion on the road to mastery. When the boy sees a mistake, he runs. When the man sees a mistake, he learns and improves. To become the man, you must embrace your failures as the hammer that shapes your sword. Without them, you remain a boy, untested and fragile. Do not mistake this transformation as a rejection of who you were. The boy's death is an evolution, a necessary shedding of skin to allow growth. The man who is born carries the lessons, the dreams, and even the scars of the boy, but he is not defined by them. He uses them as armor and fuel. This is the path of the true warrior, to honor the past without being imprisoned by it, to face the future without fear, and to master the present with unwavering resolve. The boy clings to what he knows. The man creates what he does not yet see. You stand at that crossroads now. The choice is yours. Cling to boyhood or embrace the fire of manhood. Remember this. The boy must die so the man can live. The boy's voice is loud and persistent, but it is a whisper compared to the roar of the man's will. Every day you fight to let the boy die a little more, when you resist temptation, when you choose action over comfort, when you stand tall in the face of doubt. This is not an easy path, and it is not a popular one. The man walks alone because few have the courage to let their boy die, but those who do are the ones who change the world. Not through luck or privilege, but through relentless will and unstoppable discipline. The boy's death is the seed from which greatness grows. So now, look inside yourself and ask, who do you want to be? The boy who hides, who fears, who waits, or the man who fights, who endures, who commands his destiny? The boy's death is painful, but it is necessary. The man's birth is hard-won, but it is glorious. The journey from boyhood to manhood is the greatest battle you will ever face, and the only one worth fighting. Embrace it. Let the boy die so the man can be born. The sword of your life is waiting in your hands. Will you grasp it? Will you wield it? The answer is yours, and the time is now. There is no grand announcement when the boy dies. No crowd gathers, no fanfare marks the occasion. It is a quiet, relentless process. A grinding down of old habits. A refusal to give in to weakness. A daily decision to become better than you were yesterday. The boy clings to the familiar because fear whispers that change means loss. But the man knows that loss is only the shedding of what no longer serves you. Every comfort abandoned, every excuse destroyed, every fear confronted is a brick removed from the prison of boyhood. The man builds his freedom stone by stone, moment by moment. This is the art of becoming. A discipline of death and rebirth that is as old as time itself. You may ask, what does this man look like? He is not a perfect hero without flaws. He is not invincible. He is a warrior who has faced his demons, wrestled with his doubts, and refused to surrender. He is the one who wakes up when the world is still dark, who trains when the body aches, who chooses honor when the easy path beckons. The man understands that strength is not something given, it is something earned through relentless struggle. The boy dreams of glory, the man creates it through sweat and blood. The boy waits for life to happen, the man makes life happen. This is the difference, this is the transformation, this is the birth of a new self. The path from boy to man is carved by sacrifice. The boy wants to keep everything, comfort, approval, safety, but the man knows he must give up many things to gain the only thing that matters, mastery of himself. You must be willing to lose your illusions, your fears, your false hopes. You must be willing to face the harsh light of reality, no matter how blinding it is. The man does not flinch because he has learned that what does not kill him makes him stronger. He walks through the fire of hardship because he knows the steel of his soul will be forged there. The boy hides from pain. The man embraces it. The boy fears change. The man commands it. This is the crucible of growth. You may still hear the boy's voice inside, soft and pleading. It will tell you to stop, to rest, to give up. But you must be louder. You must shout with every fiber of your being that the boy is dead. The man is here now. The man will not be stopped by fear, by doubt, or by the opinions of others. The man moves forward with the certainty of a blade striking its mark. You will stumble, you will fall, but the man rises again, because he knows that every failure is a step closer to mastery. The boy clings to safety, but the man chooses the path of honor, no matter the cost. This is the way of the warrior, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. So stand now at the edge of your old self and prepare to step forward into the fire. The boy must die so the man can be born. This is not just a metaphor. It is a call to arms, a summons to all who seek true strength. You must kill your fears, your doubts, your old habits. You must leave behind the childish dreams that no longer serve you and embrace the harsh, beautiful reality of becoming a man. This journey will test you in every way, but it will also free you. The man who is born in this fire carries a sword sharper than steel and a spirit unbreakable as the mountain. The boy must die. The man will be born. The time is now. Will you answer the call? The birth of the man from the death of the boy is the most profound transformation you will ever experience. It is not simply growing older. It is growing stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. The boy clings to his identity like a shield, afraid to face what lies beyond. But the man steps forward willingly, breaking that shield to reveal something greater beneath. A core forged by fire and forged to last. You must see this not as an end, but as a beginning. The boy's death clears the path, so the man can walk without hesitation, without doubt, and without fear. It is a sacred ritual you perform on yourself, day by day, moment by moment. The man does not wait for conditions to be perfect. The boy waits for comfort, for permission, for the right time. The man understands that the right time is now. The perfect moment is a myth told by those who fear action. The man acts because he understands that mastery is born in motion. The boy shrinks from responsibility. The man embraces it as his highest honor. You must reject the lies the boy tells you, lies that whisper, later. Maybe I'm not ready. The man says, enough. Enough of fear, enough of hesitation, enough of weakness. The man moves forward with deliberate steps, cutting through distractions and excuses like a blade through silk. Every day the boy dies a little more when you refuse to give in to anger, when you control your impulses instead of letting them control you, when you choose discipline over indulgence. The boy lives for pleasure and ease. The man lives for purpose and growth. This is not a sacrifice, but a gain. Because the man's life, though harder, is richer. His victories are true victories, because they are earned. And his strength is real because it is built on a foundation of struggle and resilience. You will feel the boy resist. He will scream for comfort, for approval, for escape. But the man listens only to his own will. The man's voice is steady, unyielding, and true. Look deeply at yourself now. Who have you been? Who do you want to become? The boy you are must die not with bitterness, but with honor, because he has served a purpose. But the man you will become serves a higher purpose still. He is a force of will, a master of self, a creator of destiny. The death of the boy is the shedding of weakness. The birth of the man is the rise of power. The boy fears change. The man commands it. The boy waits for life. The man takes it. This is the eternal truth. The boy must die so the man can be born. This is your path, your battle, your destiny. The sword of your future is in your hands. Grip it tight and walk forward without fear. The journey from boy to man is not a straight path but a winding road through hardship and self-discovery. The boy seeks shortcuts, looking for easy victories and quick answers, but the man understands that there are no shortcuts to greatness. The man walks through storms, learns from scars, and embraces the long, grueling process of transformation. Each step forward is hard-won, a test of will that carves away the boy's remaining doubts and hesitations. You must accept this struggle as part of your becoming. There is no growth without pain, no wisdom without sacrifice, no mastery without relentless effort. The boy fears the struggle. The man welcomes it as a trusted teacher. You must watch yourself closely, for the boy's voice will never fully quiet. It will always linger like a shadow, tempting you to slip back into old habits, to seek comfort in weakness. But the man stands firm. The man knows that true strength is forged in the fires of resistance and perseverance. When the boy sees failure, he sees the end. When the man sees failure, he sees a new beginning. You must learn to see the world as the man does. Not through the eyes of hope and dreams alone, but through the clear lens of action and responsibility. This is the way of the warrior, to kill the boy's illusions so the man's vision can sharpen. The man does not chase approval, he commands respect through his actions. The boy wants to be liked, to fit in, to be safe. The man chooses the harder path, integrity over popularity, courage over comfort, truth over lies. This is the crucible where character is forged. The boy hides behind excuses. The man confronts reality, no matter how brutal. To be born a man means to walk through fire and emerge unbroken, sharper and stronger than before. You must accept that the boy's death is painful, but necessary. It is the price of growth and the foundation of mastery. Without this sacrifice, you remain a boy lost in illusion. Every day presents a choice: to live as the boy, clinging to ease and illusions, or to step into the fire and become the man. This choice is not made once but 1,000 times over, in moments large and small. When you rise early to train, when you resist the voice of comfort, when you push through fear and doubt, the boy dies a little more. When you hold yourself accountable, when you choose discipline over distraction, when you embrace the pain of growth, the man is born a little more. This is the cycle of transformation, the relentless dance of death and birth that shapes the warrior's soul. The boy must die. The man will be born. This is your path. Walk it with courage. The man understands that control over oneself is the foundation of all power. The boy lets emotions dictate his actions, anger, fear, desire, all pulling him like a leaf in the wind. But the man is the wind itself, calm, steady, unshaken by the storms inside or outside. To become that man, you must learn to master your mind as a warrior masters his blade. Control your thoughts, control your reactions, and the world around you will bend to your will. The boy reacts, the man chooses. The boy is a prisoner of impulse, the man is a commander of self. This mastery is not given, it is earned through relentless practice, through waking every day with purpose and discipline. You will stumble, you will fall. The boy inside will scream for mercy and whisper that you are not strong enough. But the man rises, always. Every failure is a lesson, every setback a step forward. The boy fears the weight of responsibility, but the man embraces it, knowing that true freedom lies in owning your choices and their consequences. The boy clings to excuses. The man accepts truth. The boy hides behind comfort. The man seeks challenge. This is the eternal battle fought inside every soul. The death of the boy, the birth of the man. It is the hardest fight you will ever face, and the most important. Remember this, the man is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. Every day you must kill the boy a little more and summon the man to rise. You will never be perfect, but perfection is not the goal. The goal is relentless growth, fierce discipline, and unwavering courage. The boy settles for what is easy, the man fights for what is right. The boy clings to fear, the man commands courage. The boy lives in dreams, the man lives in action. You have the power to choose. The boy must die so the man can be born. Step into that fire willingly. Let the old self fall away like ashes on the wind. The man awaits. The one who commands his life with a sharp mind and an unbreakable spirit. Will you answer his call? The boy's death is the severing of ties to weakness, to distraction, to the false comforts that chain you to a life half-lived. The man's birth is the forging of a new path, a path marked by discipline, clarity, and purpose. This is not a journey for the faint of heart. It is a path walked by those who have stared into the abyss and refused to blink. The boy clings to the shadows of doubt and fear. The man steps boldly into the light of truth and action. Every day you choose which voice you listen to. Will it be the boy begging for safety and ease, or the man demanding courage and strength? The boy hides behind illusions, weaving stories of what if and maybe someday. The man strips those illusions away and faces reality as it is, no matter how harsh. He does not wait for permission or luck. He carves his own fate with relentless will and unyielding effort. The boy fears failure. The man knows failure is part of the process, a necessary step toward mastery. The boy wishes for greatness. The man earns it through sacrifice. To kill the boy is to reject passivity and embrace action. To be born the man is to take full ownership of your life, your choices, your struggles, your victories. You will feel the pull of the boy's voice, the voice of hesitation, doubt, and comfort. It will whisper that the struggle is too hard, that you are not ready, that tomorrow will be easier. Do not listen. The man acts now, without waiting for signs or guarantees. The man understands that the only certainty in life is change, and he welcomes it. The boy fears the unknown. The man commands it. The boy is a little man alone. He commands men like this for complacency. This transformation is not a single moment, but a daily battle. A constant refusal to settle for less than your potential. Every time you choose discipline over ease, every time you face fear instead of fleeing, the boy dies a little more and the man grows stronger. The boy's death is painful but necessary. It is the breaking of old patterns, the destruction of self-doubt, the end of excuses. The man's birth is powerful, like a sword forged in fire, sharpened on the whetstone of adversity. This man is not born from privilege or luck, but from relentless effort and unwavering resolve. He stands unshaken by the storms of life because he has mastered the storm within. He moves with purpose, strikes with precision, and endures with honor. This is the path you are called to walk. The boy must die so the man can be born. There is no other way. Will you walk it? Will you become the man you were meant to be? Listen closely, because this moment, the moment where the boy inside you must die and the man is born, is the most important moment of your life. It is not easy, it is not comfortable, it is raw, brutal, and necessary. The boy clings to safety, to ease, to the familiar warmth of childhood illusions. But those illusions will suffocate the greatness inside you. The man is born when you finally say no to weakness, no to excuses, no to fear. The man rises when you look your pain in the eye and refuse to turn away. This is the moment of true courage, the moment when you take full ownership of your life, your destiny, and your soul. You may stumble, you may fall, but the man always rises, because he understands that every fall is a lesson, every scar a mark of growth. The man fights through the darkness when the boy would hide. The man carries the weight of responsibility when the boy would shirk. This transformation is a sacred battle fought inside every heart that seeks greatness. The boy dies not with bitterness, but with honor, making way for a stronger, wiser self to rise. Your past does not define you, your will does. Today, choose the path of the man, a path forged in discipline, sharpened by struggle, and illuminated by purpose. The boy inside you must die, yes, but from those ashes a man will rise, unbreakable and unstoppable. The fire of your transformation burns now. Will you walk through it or run from it? The man awaits. The time is now. Embrace the fight. Become the warrior you were born to be.